Welcome back to Seen It Before, where we're probably going to say something stupid about your favorite movie because we've seen it all before. I'm Danny.
I'm Dan. And we're doing the 2 weeks in a row of Joker nonsense. And that is not just us being funny.
Well, I'm going to nip that in the bud. I'm going to nip that in the bud right now. But this movie made me sad. You know?
This is not the second time you've seen it, correct?
Yeah. And the first time I saw it, I wasn't really in like the best mindset when it came out.
That's fair. That's fair. When I saw it, actually, fun fact, Joker Folie Deux is coming out on the same exact date 5 years later. October 4th.
Interesting.
Yeah, really funny. Anyway, this movie is probably my third time seeing it. I tried to watch it again maybe 6 months ago. I watched half of it and I just fell asleep. And I watched it again yesterday and I did get through it.
It's like, it's got this weird kind of like vibe for me where it's like almost as like kind of like Get Out, where I'm just like, it's just something so deeply disturbing. You know what I mean?
It's not something I really want to watch ever again.
Yeah, like it makes me very not happy.
It gets you all riled.
Or you rile up. Beetlejuice was a couple weeks ago.
Beetlejuice. I want to watch that again now.
I don't. I didn't like that movie.
Come on. Wait, one or two?
Either of them.
What?
The first one
make me sad.
First one's fine. Whatever.
Whatever.
I gotta get it.
Fuck it. Fine.
Fuck it fine.
Fuck it fine. Let's get to it. All right. So we before we get into the review of Joker, we're not doing a spoiler-free review because this movie's been out for 5 years. Anyway, so we're gonna do something else called blind rankings. So we each came up with 7 or 8 different characters. Like mine were Batman villains, and Danny is doing live action / Jokers, just Jokers, right?
Live action Jokers.
Okay, and the way this works is every time, so I'm going to say a name, and I'm going to say one that's not in there. I'm going to say Catwoman, and he's going to have to say 1 through 8, and he just guesses 1 through 8, and this will make up his list by the time we get through every single one of them.
Okay.
And he'll do the same thing for me with the Jokers.
Right.
All right, so you ready?
I'm ready.
Catwoman is not on here, so don't get too excited. All right. The Riddler.
Riddler. We're talking about live action or just like in general as a character?
Just as a character. So these are 8. 8 of them.
Well, I know there's better villains than the Riddler. Mm-hmm. The Joker's not on the list either, right? I thought we said we weren't going to. I don't know. Well, Joker's number 1, so it doesn't matter. So Riddler's I'd say like 4.
Okay. Mr. Freeze.
5.
The Penguin.
Penguin. I'm going to say 3.
Okay.
So 3, 4, 5 right now, you right?
Okay. Harley Quinn.
Harley Quinn. She's not 2. So 6.
Poison Ivy.
8. Hate her. So stupid.
Ra's al Ghul.
Ra's al Ghul? He's 7.
Joker.
1.
Two-Face.
Yeah, okay, Two-Face for 2. Yeah, no, I like that.
Hey, you did good on that.
I like
one.
that.
That's a solid
I like the whole
lineup.
list.
All right, so all the live action Jokers. Let's do it.
All right. Where would you rank Joaquin Phoenix?
4.
4, okay. Cameron Monaghan?
5.
Okay, it's not the worst. Nicholson?
2.
2, interesting.
I'm a big fan of Nicholson.
I think I know where you're going to put this one. Ledger. Yeah, 1.
Oh, no.
Cesar Romero.
7.
Cesar. Wait, so you got 1, 2, 4,
4, 5, 7.
7.
So I got 3, 6, and 8 left.
Leto.
8.
8. All right, so then now we're kind of the 2 wild cards now. Keoghan.
I haven't seen enough of him. 6.
6. He's already better than Leto after
Yes.
like 1 scene.
Yes. So who does that leave?
And then Mark Hamill.
3.
3. Okay, fair enough.
That's a pretty, or 4. Was it 4?
No, you already said
Okay.
4 was.
That's a pretty solid list too. I will take that. All right. Okay, so now
you like Monaghan better than Leto?
I was a big fan of Gotham.
I hated that show.
Yeah, well,
I hated all of his, however many fucking Joker, even though it was like Jerome, they couldn't do the actual Joker or something.
Yeah, his name was Jerome.
So stupid, dude. I hated his whole thing. He's like, I'm the Joker.
Like by the time we got to him being the Joker in like what, season 3 or 4, I mean, I was deep into the show at that point. I was like, all right, I like where this is going. This is a cool little like Elseworlds type thing they got going on. It worked.
I like him as Cal Kestis.
How are you excited about the 3rd game?
I'm excited for that game.
Are you excited about a possible Disney Plus TV show? They mentioned that recently.
I don't know.
Going to that.
I would be interested. I'm not sure if I'm like expecting it to be good, because like the last game story, everyone said it was better. I personally didn't really like it. I don't know.
I didn't play it, so
they brought back some fan service that I don't think really made sense.
Oh.
So anyway,
well, all right. Off the video game Cal Kestis train, let's get on to the Joker train and depression.
Joker and the subway.
All right, so this movie has a lot of very iconic imagery in it, especially with like, you know, just all the shots. The cinematography is very well done. The score won best score. I mean, it's a very heavily awarded movie. Mm-hmm. And I don't want to talk a lot about the second one, but it's not going to be as good.
Yeah, no, like this one, like there's definitely like iconic shots that like I just constantly are like in the zeitgeist, I think.
Yeah, there's the staircase, obviously.
Yeah, there's that, and then like what they had on the poster where he like first dances for the first time. It's kind of like an above shot of like, you know.
Yes,
like
yes.
That's a kind of a cool shot. Joaquin Phoenix kind of has like a cool like look to him in this movie. And he's very different from like Arthur Fleck.
Lost 55 pounds for the fucking role.
I mean, yeah. Well, you know, I like looking at him, I'm hungry.
I'm hungry for you, dude.
I'm like, dude, like eat some rice or something.
An apple and a cigarette isn't going to do that for you.
An apple a day keeps the doctor away.
Isn't that what Christian Bale did for like one of his movies? It was like an apple and a cigarette or a can of tuna or something like that.
I think he ate like a couple grapes or some shit a day.
That's ridiculous. I forget what movie that was for.
Like The Machinist?
The Machinist, yeah.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it I don't know. Some people take it too far.
Hey, method acting is it's a skill. I'll give him that.
Yeah. This movie did a good job of making me feel uncomfortable. Mm-hmm. I guess in a bad way, because I don't really ever want to watch this movie again.
Yeah.
Because like I thought because like I didn't really have good vibes from it the first time I saw it, just because of all the other shit in my life. But like this second time, I'm just thinking like, ugh, like I just feel gross and like sad and like watching this movie and like,
yeah.
You know, the mom makes me violently ill, or she's like, it's Thomas Wayne. He'll save us from poverty.
She's such a good actress.
Yeah.
I know her mainly from American Horror Story, Frances Conroy. But
I know her from Barney's mom from How I Met Your Mother.
Well, that too. I mean, that's that's like night and day.
She's like, well, it's obvious, honey. I was a whore. She had sex with so many people on that show.
Yes. I mean,
her
it makes sense for Barney.
Supertramp named their band after her. You know
that?
that?
Oh my God,
Yeah.
no, I did not. What?
Yeah, that was one of the bits.
That's hilarious. I forgot about that. Anyway, Joker. What else good can we say about this movie?
It's Joaquin Phoenix's performance.
Acting, yes, his performance is great. The chaos, the impending chaos, and how it builds is really well done as well.
Yeah. You can see the pain, like the way he's able, because there's like legit like 2-3 minute long bits of him just laughing, and like the way he's able to like have outbursts of like the laughing, and then like make himself look like he's in pain and like choking and like, you know.
And I remember him in an interview saying like that was one of the hardest things to get right, is his laugh and how to make it seem like it's not forced. It's very scarily natural in this movie.
Yeah.
And I think even some psychiatrists and everything, when they've seen this movie, are just like, this is scarily real. Like they paid attention to like all this stuff, and it's really cool to see it like on the screen like that.
Yeah, I remember there was a like a viral like video of like this guy that actually with that illness or whatever. It's pretty accurate. I'm pretty sure like it's when you get like intense sadness or like intense like emotion. In this one, in the movie, it's like a little different where it was like pretty much anything could set him off, like if he's nervous or something like that.
Like a tick.
Yeah, they treated it more like a Tourette's kind of thing. But in real life, I think it's more like it's like the wires are crossed.
What are some of the bad things about this movie? I don't know. There's not a lot of bad in this movie. There's a lot of bad, but there's not a lot of things that look bad. It's a very well made movie.
I think the bad things are just like, I think it's send to the people who aren't gonna like look into this.
Yes.
like it's just a movie and like it's portraying like Arthur's the bad guy. You know, there's just people who think that like the main character is like Walter White he's the hero, right? There's gonna be people who see him like he's not the hero.
Yes,
so people are gonna be like, oh, he's and I feel down with everything.
I feel like that's how they're gonna go into the second one too. That he's not the hero. I think they're gonna dive a little deeper into that. Hopefully,
yeah,
if they do it smartly.
Like it's like there's a movie that I watched, and I think it was called The Final, but it was about a bunch of bullied kids in high school. And then they end up crashing like a big like party or whatever from like all these bullies and all the jocks and all the cheerleaders and stuff. And then they drug them or something in the punch, and then they're paralyzed and then they just kind of like pick out like a few of them through like the worst bullies, and then they like do like horrible, unspeakable things to them. Like one they paralyze a guy, like they rip out like his vertebrae or some shit like that.
Yeah.
It's like taking it too far, you know?
Yeah.
That's kind of like what's happening here. Where it's like Arthur, like, yeah, like totally fucked up, shitty life. Lots of it blamed on the system and the society and everything. But like, like revolutionizing that and like being the figurehead for this movement to just tear shit down. Anarchy, I don't think is ever really the answer.
Well, let's talk about some of the plot. So, like,
yeah,
it doesn't need to be a certain person like that. Yeah.
If you want to comment more on like the society of the inner city in Gotham, don't make it the one guy.
Yeah, because
this is Batman's dad. Like,
plus, I mean, even in the case of Gotham is also a character like itself.
Yeah,
because it's just so iconic in that aspect. Like you can literally do anyone. Yeah. So
I like that they were able to add in the civil unrest with all these different protests and stuff, and like the Jokers and like, so like I can understand where the Joker interestingly would become a symbol. Which it's weird because they kind of did that in Batman Beyond, where like the Joker was the Joker in the first series, and then you have this gang of young kids in the future called the Jokers. So I was thinking the whole time, like where is he? Where's the Joker? Like that guy kind of looks like it, but it's not actually him. I didn't really understand that.
Yeah.
That was like a dumb kid.
Oh,
But so like it is a perfect symbol for like that kind of thing. I don't really know my point, but like it's like interesting. And I like that they were able to add in the actual like full aspect, like because House of the Dragon, like you haven't seen it, but
I heard all about it.
They made an importance of the little people, the small folk, and like that's an important thing that like a lot of shows and movies kind of miss if you're talking about a big idea like this. So I like that they added that.
Yeah, no, I agree. It's good writing. I didn't personally like the direction it went.
It felt really like convenient.
Yes,
especially because he goes to the opera or the silent theater or whatever, and like I know it's a movie, but it's the coincidence that only Thomas Wayne gets up to go to the bathroom, and like they're all alone in the bathroom. It's like it's really convenient like that.
Yes.
Use my line.
Yeah, I used your line. I literally thought it when I was watching, like, wow.
Convenient,
Yeah. All right. So, what else we got on this movie?
I like that the violence was very visceral.
Yeah. Oh, yep. Especially when he killed the other clown, whatever his face was. I was like,
Randall.
Yeah, Randall. And then the other guys in the corner is like, oh my god, my god.
Whoa, Arthur, why?
But I liked it. It was like, oh, you were always nice to me.
Yeah,
leave.
I like that
he couldn't leave.
Yeah, I knew some shit was good because I saw him locked in. I'm like, oh no. But yeah, how awkward. I'm surprised he actually didn't kill him. But like that explains that like Arthur. So when I first saw this movie, I'm thinking like in the big scheme of all the Jokers, I'd say Arthur's maybe like the dumbest, like intellectually, like tactically.
No, I think throughout most of the movie he is, but then by the time the end comes around and he stops taking his meds, he becomes clear-headed.
I didn't get that until now, where he's like the fog is lifted.
Clouded, yep.
Yeah, and so like, and now because you can see it in his eye when he's getting chased by the police. He's doing these cool little like tactics where he's taking the guy's mask, starting to fight in the subway, causing all the chaos and everything, and then he's kind of watching as these police get engulfed in this mob. But no, you can see it in his eyes. Like I just noticed that, like he just has like this like look of like I know what's going. Like I know exactly how to manipulate people, and I know how to like he's got like that look. I used to think Heath Ledger was like the best at that, which I still think he is, like his character, because he's all like. Yeah,
he's methodical.
Yeah, he's got a plan, but he doesn't have a plan.
You get what you fucking deserve. Yeah. That's a wild scene. It's very well done to like not necessarily place the blame in others, but like try to like show how cruel the world can actually be.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like, oh, you're awful too, Murray. Like, it's not just
because like
even these biggest personalities can be horrible people.
Oh well, I know that.
Yeah,
but I like that the Murray definitely probably sees himself as just an entertainer, and he's just making people laugh. Like it's all in good fun. I feel like a lot of comedians, the way that they kind of interact with each other, because I've been seeing like a lot, like Bill Burr and they get really kind of personal with like insults and stuff and stuff that I would think crosses the line, but they're just comedians. Like, so it's all good. They understand each other. So I think Murray's kind of in that mindset where he's just like, oh, Arthur, he totally fucking bombed on stage. But in his head, he's like, oh, it's cool that, every comedian does that, whatever, blah, blah, blah. But no, I'm going to use this as an opportunity to, make, elevate myself and be like, hey, look at this fucking freak that we brought. Yeah. And not realizing that this guy's mentally unstable and going to kill him.
I mean, he always kept playing it off like he was going to kill himself on live TV.
Yeah.
But then...
And then Murray says, I forgot what he says, but he said something like right at the end, right after he's...
Yeah.
Yeah, he says something where like... Or I think they get into talking about like, like you said this fucking freak killing all these people in the subway. You think that's okay? And then that switches something in Arthur. Now he's like, oh, I'm going to kill you now because fuck you. And it's like a cool little mini arc because in the beginning of the movie, he's thinking like, oh, I wish Murray was my dad. And he's got that whole fantasy where he's like, he's hugging him and stuff. And
never meet your heroes, kid.
Yeah, exactly. It's like another thing wrapped up in that.
Again, it's a whole combination of ideas that mesh really well together to make it $1 billion movie. Yeah. Especially with the Batman IP. But I don't know. Personally, I just don't think I really like this movie. And going into the second one, I'm not very optimistic.
Yeah, like from what I'm hearing, like they're gonna make it a musical. They're gonna make it like a really boring court drama at the same time.
Yeah, I'm hearing most of it is the court drama. It's like, really?
I hope that they're not gonna like, say the quiet or like you put the subtext, make it text.
Yeah.
Like, I hope they're not going to be like, society has pushed us to this extreme. It's your guys' fault.
Well, think about the time of year. I think they're going to make it like that.
Yeah, true.
So, but, I don't know. Do you know what folie à deux means?
It's like double psychosis or something, right? Or shared.
Madness for two. Or madness of two or something like that.
Yeah, so like.
Yeah.
Which, we will, quick little thing on Zazie Beetz, though.
Yeah, that's right.
That was a cool scene because I knew something was up though when she like after he kills the guys in the subway, he just goes and makes out with her after like knowing her.
Interact with anyone else?
Yeah, nobody else. We don't even see her daughter again. But like just seeing how she's so comfortable immediately.
Red flag.
I'm just like, there's no way this is real.
Yeah, I'm like, I can't believe I fell for that the first time, but here we are.
Well, I was thinking like, oh, it was just a badly directed movie at first.
Yep. Now I'm going to have to pay attention to the second one to see if Lady Gaga is actually real.
I think she's real.
I think she is too. But so was Zazie Beetz. She was also real, but she wasn't
Right.
real.
True.
So
I did a complete 180 on her.
yeah,
Like I remember when she's doing American Horror Story. I'm like,
that's the.
Lady Gaga.
At that point, I was already salty on her, and then I was like, "Oh God, why is she ruining one of my favorite TV shows?" Because that's when I was big into American Horror Story.
And it was like the worst season at the time. I turned it off after the first episode. It is not the worst
season anymore. I can officially say that.
Yeah.
But
what is the worst one?
Well, I've only watched until season 9.
Was that Apocalypse?
That was Apocalypse. Yeah. I think season 6 was the worst one, and that was.
Is that Roanoke?
That was Roanoke. Yeah.
Oh, the stupid found footage one.
That was stupid.
Yeah, I didn't see any promo for that one.
Yeah, I wonder why.
Yeah, I remember Lady Gaga won an Emmy for that season or something. And
it makes sense.
But her speech was hilarious though, because she's like, "I'm so glad that all my other castmates and everybody else who was nominated for this award was worse than me." Like she said something to that effect and was so awkward.
Yeah. Does she have any got? I don't think she's a Tony yet.
She doesn't have an Oscar, does she? Oh well, probably
she has an Oscar
for a song, I'm assuming. Or did she win for A Star Is Born?
I'm pretty sure she won for A Star Is Born.
Really? Oh shit. Well, she was really good in that too. Like, yeah, that movie really turned me around on her. So I'm excited to see what she can do with Harley Quinn because maybe she can bring more like humanity. Like Margot Robbie's great, but she definitely was like two sides. Like there was vulnerable Harley, and then there was crazy Harley. I want to see somebody who can mix the two and make it more seamless.
I don't know. She did not win for A Star Is Born.
But she did win an Oscar.
I don't know. For Shallow.
Oh. No, that makes sense. That's a great song.
Yeah.
And shallow.
Oh yeah, she was nominated for that song in Top Gun Maverick too. I forgot about that.
That's a good song too.
Yeah.
I was super hyped to work on it. Like, first of all, great movie. And then but like playing that song at the end of it, we're just like
yeah,
it's a real hype song.
It was a hype song. What are you looking forward to in Folie Deux? Is there something you are looking forward to with it?
I'm looking forward to, I don't know, the trailer looks fun.
I really love that one shot from the first trailer where Joaquin Phoenix leans into the smile on the glass. I really love that shot. It's so well done. I'm like, oh.
I'm excited to see how their chemistry works.
I'm sure it'll be fine.
I'm hope that they don't go in the route of from the animated cartoon where like their whole relationship started, because it's very abusive.
Well, and it looks like she's an inmate though too.
Yeah.
So
she's also insane. So they're already not doing that because she started off as a doctor.
Yes.
In the show, but in the show it was very much like the Joker was this manipulative guy and abusive, and then Harley Quinn was just basically
flip it. I feel like they might flip it in this, make her the abusive one, and he's the one. And she's just in his head, maybe. I don't know.
Maybe she's utilizing
makes him mad.
Like she finds that he has like this societal pull. He's this figurehead. Now she can pull his strings.
We live in a society, Danny.
We live in a society. But no, I'm excited to see. I'm excited to see what the music's going to be like. To see if they can do something that's not copying Martin Scorsese, because the first movie was very much just like a mashup of like Scorsese's greatest hits.
Yep.
Other than the mafia stuff.
The one part I'm not looking forward to, the 2 hour and 20-minute runtime.
Ooh.
Yeah. First one was just over 2, but like
this one felt kind of long too. I'll say this: I'm excited to see a movie that isn't completely, absolutely depressing for like the first 3 quarters. Because I mean, understand that this movie you have to understand Arthur's entire backstory and where he's at mentally, and to root for him to do horrible things.
Yes,
I get that, but it makes me feel so bad throughout the whole movie. So I'm hoping that like this one is like he's already got the status, and like we're just gonna continue on with this whole thing. Well,
the problem I think with this movie is going to be, and you're going to love me saying this, the pacing.
Oh, the pacing.
I feel like it's going to be an issue.
Yeah, probably.
Because of how long this courtroom drama part is going to be, and it's going to drag.
Yeah, I'm expecting a little slump in the middle.
I'm expecting more than a slump. But if I'm not, okay, sure, and maybe it'll be good. But the critics are not saying so, but who cares what the critics think?
Yeah, I care more about the audience when it comes to this type of movie, because the critics bashed the first one because they're thinking they're going to...
They did.
They didn't?
I don't think so.
I remember it being because everyone's all concerned that this is an irresponsible movie to release and blah blah blah.
Well, yeah, that wasn't necessarily critics. That might just be the media in general that was worried about it. Oh yeah, May's not that great. It was like a 60, but that's about the same then as what the critics are giving this one. So I mean, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe it'll be less depressing. I think that's what we're both hoping for.
Yeah, I just feel so gross watching the first one. Not that it's bad,
All right, what do you give this first Joker?
I'm going to give it a 77.
Okay. I am very close to the same boat for you because I think this is a 3-star movie. I'm probably going to give it a 75, straight up. Straight up 75.
Straight up 75.
That's what I'm thinking.
Nice.
Yeah.
I like your style.
Yeah, straight up.
Did he do Beau's Afraid right after this?
No.
What was after that?
Because he shot this in, 2018? So then Beau's Afraid was, I think, shot
So that 22?
right after the pandemic started, I think.
Okay.
So maybe he did
he had a
something else
while
in between there.
So I was thinking, because he gained a shit ton of weight back.
He had time.
Yeah.
Then there's all the controversy with Joaquin Phoenix right now, and he's just dropping roles out of nowhere. So,
Yeah, there was that one where he initiated. He's like, "Hey, we should make this movie, guys." And then
I think the Todd Haynes.
then he
movie,
drops out.
Yeah,
But he's the one who got everyone together. So that was a
that
weird,
one.
shitty move.
What movie was that for? Because I don't know if that was
idea.
the Todd Haynes one. But
I don't know.
Yeah,
I remember him being really weird at a red carpet, or answering press questions.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's something to follow.
He seems like a really weird guy.
He can't commit, maybe.
I don't know.
Or he's.
There was
He's
that
double booking.
There was that stunt that he did in I want to say 2010, where he was making a documentary where he plays himself, but as if he was a washed-up actor. So he went full method for it, and then he went on all these talk shows, looking like a mess or whatever. And there's a famous Letterman interview where he's just where Letterman's like, "Oh, Joaquin Phoenix, sorry you couldn't be here tonight, but we'll see you tomorrow," because he wasn't himself.
Huh.
It was a really weird thing, but then the movie released later in the year, and it was all explained. So maybe he's doing this weird shit just as another one of those stunts.
Until we see Folie do, we're Seen Before. You can find us on Instagram with the handle @SeenItForecast. That's SCENE It Forecast, and you can find me on Letterboxd with DonutMan96.
I'm Danny. You can find me on Instagram at Danny_Was. My Letterboxd is serialized at DJ Was, or my YouTube channel, which is just Danny Was, which is my name.
Yep. So, and as I just said, we got Joker Folie do next week. We're going to have no one on, I don't think.
Well, that'll make more sense because Folie do. Madness of 2.
Yeah. Tell me about it. Wait. See you next time.